There was a young man who had everything he needed to succeed: talent, time, opportunity, but he never moved forward. Not because he couldn't, but because every time he tried, fear whispered one question: what if you fail? And that question destroyed him. His name was Arjun, 24 years old, a college graduate with dreams bigger than his small town. He wanted to start his own business. He wanted to travel. He wanted to become someone his younger self would be proud of. But every morning, he woke up and did nothing. He scrolled. He distracted himself. He made plans in his head, but never on paper, because deep down, he was terrified. Terrified of failing. Terrified of being judged. Terrified of proving to himself that maybe he wasn't good enough. So he stayed safe. He stayed small. And every night, before sleeping, he told himself the same lie: tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months, and nothing changed. His friends moved forward. They took risks. Some failed, some succeeded, but they all grew. Arjun, he stayed frozen. One evening, his mother asked him a simple question: "Beta, what are you waiting for?" He didn't have an answer, because the truth was painful. He wasn't waiting for the right time. He wasn't waiting for more money. He wasn't waiting for confidence. He was waiting for fear to go away. But fear never goes away on its own. It only grows. That night, Arjun sat alone in his room. He looked at his old notebook, pages full of ideas, dreams, plans, all untouched, all unfinished. And for the first time, he felt something stronger than fear. He felt disgust. Disgust at himself, at his excuses, at the life he was wasting. The next morning, something strange happened. Arjun woke up early, not because of motivation, not because of inspiration, but because he couldn't sleep anymore. He went for a walk. The streets were quiet. The sun was just rising. And then he saw an old man sitting on a bench, staring at the sky. Arjun sat beside him. The old man smiled and said, "You look like someone carrying a heavy weight." Arjun nodded. The old man continued, "Let me tell you something, son. Fear is not your enemy. It's a test. Every single day, life asks you one question. Will you let fear decide, or will you?" Arjun stayed silent. The old man stood up, looked at him, and said, "Today is not special. Tomorrow won't be easier. But if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll wait forever. The only difference between who you are and who you want to be is action. Just one step. That's all." And then he walked away. Arjun sat there, alone, but something inside him shifted. That evening, Arjun opened his laptop. His hands were shaking. His mind was screaming, "You'll fail. People will laugh. You're not ready." But this time, he didn't listen. He typed. He researched. He made one small plan. Not perfect, not impressive, but real. For the first time in months, he didn't think about failure. He didn't think about judgment. He just moved. And something magical happened. The fear didn't disappear, but it became smaller. Because action has that power. It doesn't kill fear. It just proves that fear was lying all along. Days passed. Arjun kept moving. Some days were hard. Some steps felt stupid, but he never stopped. And slowly, he realized something. He wasn't waiting to become fearless. He was learning to move despite the fear. And that made all the difference. Fear will always be there. It will whisper, it will warn, it will try to protect you from pain. But here's the truth most people never understand. The pain of regret is far worse than the pain of failure. Failure is temporary. Regret is permanent. You can recover from a bad decision, but you can never recover the time you wasted being afraid. Arjun learned this, not from a book, not from a video, but from living it. And once he understood, his entire life changed. Not because fear left, but because he stopped giving it control. Today, Arjun isn't perfect. He still feels fear. He still doubts himself. But he no longer waits. Because he knows the last day you allow fear to decide your future is the first day you truly start living. So ask yourself, how long will you wait? How many tomorrows will you waste? How many dreams will you bury because you were too afraid to try? Fear is not the problem. Waiting is. And the moment you stop waiting, everything changes. If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that help you grow.